Many of you may find it funny, but as a human, we focus a lot on effect rather than the causes. Now, if I want to get healthy, my concern would be that I want to lose weight. I want to lose weight. Now, is the lose weight, or by losing weight, I can get something done? If you have a problem in your development, you may start talking about, I want to bring my defect rates down. Now, the defect rate is not the problem. Defect rate is exposing some other problems. The weight is not the problem. The weight is showing you an effect of some other problems. So the cause and effect diagram helps us in putting things in perspective. We can plot that these are the effects which might be coming, or we do an analysis of the possible causes. And when we work on those causes, the effect will definitely show the better matrices. If we work on our food, if we work on our workouts, we will see a better effect on our weight. Similarly for defects and other stuff. Now you may find it that this is pretty obvious, but many times this doesn't remain obvious when the project manager talking to the development teams. When you say that we want to bring the defects down, many may start thinking of how can we make the testing team not to put the defects in the system rather than they can communicate to us. So rather than getting a message that we just don't want to bring the defects down, we want to make sure that defects doesn't exist in our development so the count goes down. So even if both in your mind might be the same thing, but many times it doesn't get explicitly communicated to the teams. So cause and effect diagram can help us that showing things that how the effect and causes are different. So usually it is presented in the form of a fish, and you call it like many times a fishbone diagram as well. So you put an effect here, and then you put a branches towards various possible causes. Say, you may want to put an effect of weight. So you want to lose your weight, and this is something you are monitoring. This is your effect. The possible areas which you need to work on, say, the causes could be food, lifestyle, say medical condition, something. So you may do an analysis based on brainstorming, and you have a group discussion around it. And inside the food, you have other observations, say no regular breakfast. Or you may talk about eating spicy, eating oily food. So something like these kind of causes you are figuring out, which can categorize under food section, which are producing an effect of increasing your weight. Now in the same pattern, you can think of the project management. Now you may have a defect, high defect rate as an effect. Now you may have people as a causes, process as a causes, tools as a causes, product design as a causes area. And then in these causes area, you can talk about people are not trained well, tools are not supporting early detection of defect. Our process is that it let the defect remain in the process for long, and that this whole visualization can be done. Now what is the benefit? The first benefit is when you do this discussion in the form of a brainstorming with your team members, it makes them realize the possible reasons which are contributing to the effect. The first importance is that everybody contributes here, and then they try to find out triggers to modify those reasons, because without working on these triggers, directly hoping that defect rate will go down, everybody will have their own assumptions and ways of doing it. So it brings everybody into a same page, and it helps you to find out the right areas where you should put focus on. Many times this also gets linked with something called root cause analysis, and many times it is also known as RCA. So some quality guy may come and says, we are doing an RCA of something. You as a project manager may get confused what is happening here. In a simple way, it is more about doing a detailed cause and effect analysis and finding out the root causes. Now, how you can find out root causes? There could be various ways. The most popular way which is used in many quality circle is something called 5 whys. It says that rather than stopping at a one place, we need to keep digging into the details of each cause so that we can find out the root cause. So somebody sometimes says the defect is high because people are not putting the focus. Now you says why people are not putting the focus? Then you answer it, oh, they are not trained well. Oh, why they are not trained well? Oh, because we don't have time for training. Oh, why we don't have a time for training? Then you talk about that they are always overworked. So something like, then you may figure it out that overworked or the time allocation given to the people is the root cause of people are not able to put the proper quality time in a work. So this is like same cause and effect analysis. You may use a fishbone diagram way, or you may do it on a simple sheet. The essence is that we get into the details of one question leading to another question, and we may probably ask why 5 times, and we may discover the root reasons of those particular effects. So this is what I wanted to talk in cause and effect diagram and root cause analysis.